Yo, this Substance810. You're on AllHipHop.com.
What's the word, y'all? It's your man Slapshot here for AllHipHop.com, man. Got a very special guest from the Midwest, my man Substance. Substance, what's the word, man?
Salute, bro. How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you too, man. I'm good, man. So my man Greg, he put me on to your music and stuff like that. So shout out to Grouchy Greg.
Yeah, shout out to Grouch, man, no doubt.
Yeah, he usually don't, he usually stays in his bubble. So I know when he tells me that it's somebody that I should be listening to or somebody that I need to look out for, I know it's serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, then. So you're from Michigan. Can you let me know which part?
From Port Huron, Michigan. It's like where 94 East ends on the highway. It's the farthest eastern point of Michigan.
Oh, okay. So all right then. So what is it like out there, man? Because I think we're all familiar with Detroit, obviously. But what is Port Huron like?
It's like it's the border town to Canada, like Sarnia, Ontario. So like it's like just a bridge that separates the two. So it's just a small border town, real small town. You know what I mean? Just a real small town kind of joint. Like you could go from one side to the other in 30 minutes, if that. You know, it's real small, man.
So what do they listen to out in Port Huron?
I mean, that like we was heavily listening to like a lot of East Coast rap and a lot of Midwest stuff too. Like we was listening to Nelly a lot and a lot of East Coast stuff though. Me personally, like all the Golden Era, Wu-Tang and Dipset stuff a lot, the Locks a lot in high school.
Okay. So who you got the verses coming up?
Man, the Locks.
It's been a weekend though. All I've been hearing is shout out to Swiss and Tim. I think with this one we definitely got the point of it, like the giving the legends flowers, because that's all they was playing this weekend, man. All I was hearing was D Block and Dipset this weekend. Throughout everybody's car, everybody blasting that Killer Cam, Jada. It's been a weekend of just pure that. So yeah. But I'm going with Dipset.
It's a hard decision. Yeah, it's a hard one, man.
Yeah,
but I didn't listen to the Dipset as much as I did the Locks, so gotta go with the Locks. Yeah, no doubt.
All right, man. So let's get into your career. All right, when did you start rapping?
Start rapping, period. Probably about 98, 99, somewhere around there.
So it's been a steady grind for you.
When I started writing verses and stuff like that. The first album I ever put out was like 2006.
Okay, got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And what was the thing? What was the name of that one?
The Definition of.
The Definition of.
All right. I think it was called The Definition at the time. Actually, it was underneath a different name. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So, what got you what got the courage? Because you're not from a big town. So what gave you the courage to be like, I'm going to put out an album or put out a body of work, and who hears it is going to hear?
I mean, probably technology. You know what I mean? Like in 2006, like a lot of stuff came about. Like I just realized how easy it was to get your music distributed to the whole world, like no matter who you were or where you were from. You know what I mean? So that was like a big influence and a big confidence booster, because you could do a lot, man, when the internet started changing like it did back then. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So all we had was MySpace, like before that. Like
yeah, I remember the days. Yeah, I remember the MySpace days. So when you when you first started, because you told me you started in '98, did you feel that like no option kind of thing? Like, damn, how do I get my music heard to the world? Did you feel that small city kind of thing?
Back then I wasn't even putting nothing out. Like 98, I was in like 9th grade. So around 10th grade or so, I had a creative writing class, and I was writing a lot of poetry for that. And around then, like about 98, 99, in creative writing class, that's when I started writing rhymes. You know what I mean? I ain't really put nothing out officially. I was in a group, Raw to War, like my neighborhood group. We was putting out CDs and going to school and selling them, burning CDs at school. But we ain't put nothing out like on the world, on the internet or nothing like that till like around 2006 or whatnot. But I guess we was burning CDs around 2000 to 2003, you know, around there. I was on the independent label in 2003 as well too. There was a lot of experiences with like touring. Shout out to my dude Champ. You know, he also introduced me to Grouchy too. But I was on his label. We was doing a lot of shows, doing a lot of radio shows and live performances, and there was a lot of experiences with that too. So that was like a confidence booster as well. Like when I got on my own, doing my own thing, you know what I mean? I experienced a lot of stuff already, you know.
All right, so let's fast forward to Makin Waves. That's the album, the one album of the year. You
Word up, no
so
doubt.
That's a big thing. I mean, and we're talking about like during the pandemic and things of that nature, right? So
Yeah.
how did that project come about? For the people that don't know, let them know how they can find it and things of that nature. But how did that? What was the writing process for Making Waves, especially like at the time we were going through?
Man, you can find everything on the any streaming platform. Like, you know what I mean? Shout out to Believe Music and Detroit Digital, my publisher Theo. Everything is on all the DSPs. But that album, actually I was like, because it was like I was recording Making Waves, The Hanging Gardens, and A Righteous Offering, which I'm about to release in September, like all at the same time. You know what I mean? Like just bouncing back and forth from album to album. So like I would just record a certain type of song and have a certain vibe, and I'll put it on Making Waves, for instance, and then I had like a folder for everything. You know what I mean? So depending on how I felt on what day, I'll be going back and forth working on different projects. So I pretty much did them all at the same time. I just kept in mind the moods for each one. But Making Waves was just like a bar fest type of album. You know what I'm saying? When it's just a bunch of bars, bunch of hard ass beats, bunch of spitting. That's pretty much what the concept was on that. It wasn't concept heavy besides that.
Got it. All right, so Invisible Lines, you were talking about a situation, and as a father, you know, I kind of got it. How's that situation going between like you and your daughter at this point?
At this point, it's good finally. You know what I mean? Like it's been consistent for several months. Like still being able to get her, but we got to meet at the border, and there's a bunch of hoops we got to go through, and papers and letters and proof, and depending on who we see, it's easier sometimes than others. But it's way better than not seeing her at all. Because at that point when I made that song, I think I hadn't seen her for like 4 months straight or something like that. It was a while. You know what I mean?
Got you. But you took a risk being so like being vulnerable and so honest in that song. What made you decide like this is a song that I gotta put out? You know, a lot of people would want to be private about a situation like that, but you decided like let people in on your pain and stuff of that nature. What drove you to do that? Like was this a message that you had to put out?
I mean, my music is like that's just what it's like. Like I take my name, Substance, like literal like that. You know what I mean? I'll try to be real vulnerable with the music and like real transparent with everything. Like I'm not really against saying too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I want it to be like real pulverizing and like, you know what I mean? Like shocking even, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit that touched people the most, bro. Like I had like an even deeper song than that on the definition of it was like the last song on the album. It was just talking about all types of stuff, like you know what I mean? Because my daughter's autistic, like she can't speak. I spoke about that on that song. You know, I think I spoke about that on Invisible Lines too, actually. I mean, it's important to me to touch on everything. That's artistry. Plus, you know what I'm saying? My name is Substance, so I gotta have that in the music. You know what I mean? It makes it more relatable too.
Facts. All right then. So I seen you charted on iTunes out of this country many a few times. How
No
does
doubt.
how does that happen? How do we go from Port Huron to the world, man? Like what would like advice would you give people to get that going?
Man, I mean, I was always like, I never really used to focus on the streaming stuff, to be honest. Like early in my career, like I was just always pressing up physical CDs and cassette tapes and stuff and selling them always. But I never really messed around with the streaming. But I got with my dude Theo, my publisher, and Believe Music had like a lot of tools, you know what I'm saying, and stuff just to take advantage of, like promotional wise, and just stuff I didn't even know about, bro. And
Mm.
then it just started working, and like next thing I knew, album by album, things were just building up. You know what I mean? Like, and started being able to see the demographic of like where people were and like
Mm.
how old they were and what they listening to and all of that, and like just having a better understanding. You know what I mean?
So
And
what?
that would be my advice: gain a better understanding of like
Where
where
people
people
are.
are listening to your music and why. You know what I mean?
So who would you say who is your demographic?
It's a lot over in Europe, to be honest. Like
Mm.
United States be the first place, and then it'd be like Russia, Belgium, France, Canada. It's pretty much like the top 5 or 6 or so places.
Mm.
I think UK may be in there as well.
Got you. All right then. So explain. I need you to explain the T-shirt, man. The fuck is you talking about T-shirt?
Oh yeah, man! Shout out to what's dude's name? Che. Uh, I can't remember his name right now, man. But this is like it's like the Batman meme, you know, when he's slapping Robin.
Yeah.
But this was like the first single that I released off the Definition album,
Mm-hmm.
and a song called "Fuck You Talking About." So this is
Mm-hmm.
like the promotional graphics for it. You know what I mean? Um, I just seen the meme one day and thought it'd be dope to be slapping a mumble rapper. You know what I mean? Slapping the whole rainbow grill out the mouth. You know what I mean? It took off too. It was crazy, man.
that's
You know,
that's fine. That's actually that's dope. I need one of them, man. You gotta tell me how to get the thing. Let people know
or
how to get the merch. Yeah, man. I need one of those.
yeah,
Let people know how to
yeah.
get the merch, man.
Everything's always on the website. You know what I mean? It's like substance810.com. I keep everything simple. Like all my social names is that. The website is that. You know what I'm saying? Everything's real direct and easy to find, though. You know?
Okay, got you. So, you said you just let the cat out the bag. You got a release coming in September next month.
Word up.
Talk to people about that. Let them know what's going on with that. Any singles we should be looking forward to, and everything like that.
Yeah, no doubt. It's gonna be called A Righteous Offering. It's produced by my dude, Najee Jordan. He produced the whole joint. He's
Mm.
out in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in Michigan. He's in Chicago. This is some real Midwest shit. It's some real dirty hip hop shit too at the same time. Um, it's a lot of different vibes on it. It's like 13 joints on it. I usually don't even do more than like 10 or 12 songs, probably like no more than 10 in a minute. So yeah, it's more than I usually do. It's I just put out one joint, Grim Predictions, featuring my dude Eden Mad Assassin, man. Shout out to him. I put that out just on the Instagram page the other day. It's not on streaming or nothing like that. You know what I mean? I used to put out singles before the album come out, but
Mm.
I just been leaking joints off the page. And
Mm.
then when the album it come out, you know what I mean? And put some physical CDs and tapes out the same day that the album dropped, and some vinyl later. That's how we've been rocking, you know what I mean?
Mm. Got you. How is the thing? How is the CD game still? The physical game? How is that working these days?
That shit better than ever, bro. Like to be honest, it's crazy, man, because I never thought it'd be like that. But yeah, selling CDs, cassette tapes, the vinyl is probably the best thing. You know what I mean? But it's dope because I collect all three of those things myself. Like I got a lot of stuff that I'm on other artists' stuff, and just other artists that I like. I got a big collection of CDs, tapes, and vinyl. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's dope. It's dope to see it come back like that. You know what I mean? Because
People actually want this shit in their hand at this point being that everything has
Right.
moved so digital. Yeah, I think that's that. I didn't think we was going to ever go back to it, man. And now I see kids younger than me have a huge vinyl collection. So
Yeah.
this thing is like, yeah. It's funny how shit work like that, man. That's a fact. All right,
That's crazy.
that's a, so now for you, still being like independent and things like that, but you still think you're still getting the music out, you're still getting the music to move. Are you for yourself at your are you at the position that you want to be, or is there aspirations or ambition to do it on a bigger scale, or do you just like your niche that you've carved out for yourself?
I mean, I like how it's going as far as I just want to do some more. I just want to do more shows now that stuff's opening up. It's been crazy not being able to perform the last couple months with COVID. A couple months, sorry, a couple years
Yes.
with 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 COVID. You know what I mean? Like it's been wild. So like I'm trying to get back on stages, start performing more
Mhm,
over here, but I'm even more focused on like performing over in Europe. You know what I mean? And touching my fan base over there because it's like 48 countries
mhm,
or
mhm,
more like that I see. You know what I mean? Different numbers in each, but I want to go over there and see what's up. You know what I'm saying? Do some shows over there,
mhm.
touch hands over there.
Have you been?
You know, I never been to
Mhm,
that part. No, never been to Europe at all. No,
mhm.
I'm
Gotcha.
trying to do that this year, next year. You know, that's for sure. I'm not even gonna say I'm trying. You know, I don't know which one's gonna be.
That's a fact. Well, so which country you got the biggest fan base out in Europe?
I'll probably say France because that's one of the where the album went number 20 or number 28. I can't remember. It
Mhm.
charted out of 200 on the iTunes charts.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I'd probably say France out of Europe.
Okay.
Belgium probably being a close second, I would imagine.
Man, Substance gonna be out in Paris, Paris next.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real.
For that.
It's
All right.
exactly what we're trying to do.
Got you. So, for you, you have a lot of substance, obviously in your rap, and you could tell like a lot of it is like the golden age inspired. So, what I need is your top five that are alive.
Mm. All right. I'd say Pac,
Mhm,
Biggie,
mhm,
Jay, Nas, Big Pun.
mhm. That's real New York. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right. Okay, okay, okay. I got
That's just my. I don't know why. I don't know why there ain't no other regions in my top five, but
you.
my list is a lot of great rappers. You know what I mean. But as far as top five is like hard as
Absolutely.
hell to do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
usually. But so as far as like Michigan, I've met like a couple people like from that's doing a thing like Grand Rapids to obviously Detroit. It seems like the state of Michigan as a whole is having like a little has having a boom. You know,
Mm,
they have their own sound and stuff like that. Um
no doubt.
yeah, do you feel like your sound can fit in with what's going on today?
Yeah, no doubt. Like, you
Mhm,
know what I mean? Shout out to people like Willie the Kid.
mhm,
You know what I mean? Shout out to my dude Ty Ferris. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's the type of hip hop like that we doing and like that's gonna have more of a spotlight on it, you know what I mean? And in the next time to come here, you know what I mean, as far as like the underground renaissance is concerned. You
mhm,
know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of dope shit going on. Bodie James.
mhm.
Like it's so much. I mean, not obviously not to mention like Royce the 5'9" and Elzai, like 14 Karat, Black Milk, like Guilty
G-Rock is having
Simpson.
a resurgence at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
No
yeah,
doubt.
yeah. Michigan is on a come up right now, man. And, proud to see it. I mean, so like, does that help your wave? Like the fact that Michigan is booming the way it is right now.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shows going on. It's just a lot of DJs active and definitely more receptive, you know what I'm saying? Out of town even,
Mm,
you know what I mean? Yeah, it's dope for sure,
definitely.
you know.
So thing I hear you excited to go back out and perform. So tell the people what is a substance show like?
Man, energy for sure. I remember I lost a contest one time because they thought I was lip syncing. So I guess I'd sound like my record a lot. You gonna hear me sound like the track a lot. I don't yell, you know what I mean? Like I try not to yell or like over project my voice. Like I try to sound like the joint, you know what I mean? Give you a real experience, you know what I mean? And but still let you know I'm live. Just put on a good show, man. And then when I get done with the show, I'm gonna come kick it with the people. You know what I'm saying? Like
I got you.
no doubt.
Any shows planned out? Anything that you got going on for the people to check you out? Anything coming up soon?
I know there's gonna be some things in Michigan coming up soon for sure. There's a couple festivals coming up. I haven't got nothing confirmed, you know what I mean? But probably stuff around the Midwest, if not California. Like, but just look out, follow the Instagram page, Substance810 on everything, you know, Instagram, Twitter, whatnot. I'll definitely be posting it up and just, you know, in the midst of setting some things up. Focused on Europe more than anything, though, this year and next year, you know what I mean? Just don't know which one it is, but go run around the domestic states, get some exercise in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you. You get the condition right. Get the condition right.
No doubt.
Get ready to go out there. That's for a fact. All right. So before I get you out of here, you already told me you have the release in September 20 some September next month. What is the rest of the 2021 looking like for Substance?
Release that joint, man. Perform as much as possible. I got probably 3 to 5 more joints in the chamber that I'm just working on, like little by little. Link with my dude Foul Mouth just yesterday, actually. Shout out to Foul Mouth and Middle Finger Music, the whole camp over there. We're gonna be cooking up something with my dude Chuck Chan. He produced chess pieces that we dropped last year. You know what I mean? Got a couple joints coming, man. Like too many to even name, you know what I mean? But just continue putting out the good music on projects, man. I'm gonna time them right, you know, so everything gets its just due. Music videos to the projects, live performances as everything continues to open up, and that's really what the plan is, man. Because I'm anxious to actually promote these songs through performance and live shows. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been in the crib 2 years just making gems, and you know.
It was a productive pandemic for you, you could say.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Got you, man. Yo, Substance, I appreciate your time, man. Want to give me one of them t-shirts, them shits is hard. Gotta get one of those.
I got you.
Appreciate it. Shout out to Greg, man, for keeping his ear to the streets as usual, presenting somebody so dope, man. Is there anything,
appreciate that.
No problem. Is there anything that you want to say before we get out of here, man?
Nah, yo, just appreciate your time. You know what I mean? Substance810 on everything, substance810.com. Let me know your size. You know what I'm saying? I'll get you one of these joints. They sold out a long time ago, but whatever color you want, I'll send it to you, bro. Got you.
Got you.
I mean,
appreciate you, man.